Hello. What's up? What's up to you? Hope things going well for you. It's going well for me too. It's just one of those days. Hope you're having a good day out there. Well, I was figuring out what is it be an interesting topic to talk about, and we had to go back to the ladies. And these young ladies, they have a really interesting aspect on life, and couple short videos, and one got really aggressive in one case, and I'm going to show you the recent one. And this may make you laugh, and some things is going to make you just shake your head. It makes you wonder what is going on with some of these young women. With women, some of these women, I don't understand. But anyway,
To cover up the
let
real
me show you the
news. They
video.
keep taking down this video.
And she's going to speak on what it's like working at the truck stop.
Myself, I had to sleep with 14 people that day for low amounts of money. It ruined me. After the 14th, it was every day of my life, sleeping with 14 to 30 men every day, going to different parts of Tennessee, walking the streets, being forced to do them and make that money. In 2009, in the summertime, I was promoted to work at the truck stop, the TA truck stop. That's when I became a lot lizard. That's what they call them. The goal was to walk around the truck stop in a circle, and whatever truck driver wants to see, they'll flash the lights. I worked there for a year. I was raped at the truck stop several times. I was beat up. I had to recruit women. I don't know if you know the term of choosing up, but my job was to take another woman from their by telling lies about my saying he's a good daddy, we get off days, and they'll choose up. I take their money, I give it to him, and then they'll come to the house, and those are his women now. That's what you call choosing up. And working at the truck stop caused more trauma to me, because if you got robbed, don't help you. They'll say, get my money or I'll kill you. I had to do a lot of figuring out being at the truck stop. I had a lot growing up to do. No, and I couldn't tell them man my age. They didn't care, I don't think, anyway, because they knew I was young. I wasn't even fully developed like I am now. Working a truck stop for a year caused me to be more into a point where I'm just shutting down. The kids have already took over me. I didn't want to live no more. I was up here just hoping someone killed me. I was used. I said nobody gonna want me. Nobody's gonna love nobody like me. I asked. I prayed. I was hoping for an escape, and I thought God abandoned me. So I lost myself. And one on 2009 November, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life. His woman, the white woman, his bottom, fell in love with a trick at the truck stop. She abandoned me. I was looking for her for an hour. The was calling me. He said, "Where y'all at?" She's planning her escape. She has his keys. She has everything. I go to the truck. The truck driver chases me with a knife, and they proceed to take off. I'm telling him they about to leave. He said, "If you don't get my keys, I'm gonna throat." So you know what I did? I hopped on. Once he got in the car, there's a little compartment where you can hold on to where they shut the truck. I rode on the back of that hanging off because we was at exit 42. He went up to, I think, Laverne. The people at Waffle House, two guys followed me, and they called the police because I was hanging on. My whole objective was to get the keys. That's it. So once he stopped, they didn't even know I was hanging on the back of the truck. We rode for about a mile and a half. It was cold out, and I held on. As soon as it opened up, I punched her in the face. I got the keys. The police was there. It was a whole bunch of going down. I hurried up. The people met me there, and he congratulated me for getting his keys, the money. He said he didn't even want the. He was like, "I can't believe you rode on the truck." It was like something to give you an hour off to work. So me risking my life on an 18-wheeler did absolutely nothing, but it made my job more harder. The ending part of me coming to the end, let me go back for a minute. Once that one white woman left and didn't come back, they took me to a underground bunny ranch in Dallas, Texas. Believe it or not, an underground bunny ranch. A lot of people are not familiar with that, but it's where a group of girls, about 15 girls, is in there. They line up, powerful people of power, line up and come sleep with us. Because I was new, I stayed there for 6 months. I made them a lot of money. I paid my house fee. I was the top booked girl because they knew I was underage and they paid more for me. Our rewards was a phone call to our daddies and let them know the progress. That was our reward. And you had to follow rules. You couldn't step on nobody's money or anything. And I graduated, so to say. I was the highly ranked booked. I probably made them over $2 million. I didn't see a dime. My job was to just get dressed, wash my body. Everything was, the clients will pay to tie me up. And that's when I got concerned to be tied up and hog-tied. I never knew if it was going to be my last time. The final straw was December in 2009. I was coming back from being there. I'm back at the truck stop again. And this is where the hellish nightmare became. A client that I've seen before, he said, I want to see you. It was $1,000 on the line. So I was like, wow, $1,000. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. He paid me, and then he had 5 other people coming to the truck, and I got raped and I got beat up. Nobody used protection. They had beat me up so bad they took my body lifeless and tied me to a pole behind one of the trucks, and they took off. It was winter time. A white woman found me and called the police. That was the final straw for me. The problem is the healing aspect. When you've been stuck on for so long, and I didn't see no value in myself. I didn't want to live no more. I didn't want to see the value. I didn't have a value. I was ran through. I felt like the scum of the earth, and I can honestly say that to you. It changes your life, and I think people need to be more understanding about their surroundings and who they allow to be around them. Because you never know, this the darkest day of my life.
Welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, Doctor of Common Sense. I believe Joe Biden is looking for a different press secretary, or she could at least be VP, because this one right here is she's really intelligent. She's a spokesperson. But I want you to listen to this clip right here, because she's a little confused on the difference between a magician and a musician. I guess we can all get this mixed up when we're grown. I believe she's a rapper, but I think she could be in the Biden administration if I'm not mistaken. Because this one right here is really intelligent. I want you to listen to this.
Who do you know that you're a musician? That's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you. So I'm a musician. Mm-hmm. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something?
You can't make this up. She says, what the F is that? A musician. And you make magic when you're a musician. You didn't know that. Deep meaning right here. Carry on.
Who's a musician? I think you're confusing that. Yeah, I'm not a musician. I make music.
She makes music. She's not a musician. Look up the definition.
Music. That's not all I do. I make music. I act. I'm a TV star too. A young man. Just really quick, I think you're confusing. I'm not confusing nothing, because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever.
Oh my God.
You see? See, that's what I think you think I said. I said musician. God, what magician? Baby, I don't think.
She said she doesn't think. Now that's profound. You just nailed it right there. I don't think. I think you're correct that you don't think.
That's ghetto. I don't think.
Thinking is ghetto.
I said you think. I didn't say magician. CP, I said musician. And I think you are a musician. No, baby, I do music. So you just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician? I'm not none of that. But then after that, you just said I do music. Yeah, I do music. So in other words, you're a musician. No, I'm not. Okay. What you do?
can't make this up. But this is the same woman. You might have forgotten when she went over to London one time. While she was in London, she was saying that she's one of her coochie scratch. Profound.
I'm trying to get my coochie scratch. I'm trying to get my coochie scratch and eat a nigga ass. Eat a nigga ass.
Did you hear? This is very, very. This is something to be very proud of. This is the hip hop community. If you heard her straight, you heard her right. She's trying to get her coochie scratched and eat a nigga's, you know what? There she
Eat a
comes.
nigga's ass that ain't in London. Period, baby. I'm trying to get this coochie scratched.
Our society is really, really profound. We're really looking up as a society. These are the people we pay money to, and they got the nerve to be kicking people off of social media platforms when we got people talking like this. Let's go back to the musician.
You're a musician. That's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you. So I'm a musician. What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something? What is a musician? I think you're confusing that. Yeah, I'm not no musician. I make music.
Did you get that? She makes music. She's not a musician because she makes music. This is different from a musician. Oh man, magicians, they do magic. And she don't do that because she's not a musician. And she's not a magician either. Hell, she's confusing me.
Music. That's not all I do. I make music. I'm a TV star too.
She acts and she's a TV star. Ooh, our society is really going up. Telling you the truth.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing. I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said. See, that's what I think you think I said. I said musician, not what magician. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
That's ghetto. I'm lost here. I'm a lost word. So you don't think because thinking is ghetto? I never knew that before. Thinking is ghetto. She doesn't think. You thought. I don't think because thinking is ghetto. Woo! This girl is profound here. This is like Shakespeare. This is Plato, Aristotle, all combined in one.
I know. So you think. I didn't say magician. Simply I said a musician. And I think you are a musician. No, baby, I do the music. So you just really quick, for the record, could you say?
See, this is why you don't argue with certain people. Because this is the most ridiculous argument I've ever heard in my life.
You don't think you're a musician? I'm not none of that. But then after that, you just said I do music. Yeah, I do music. So, in other words, you're a musician. No, I'm not. Okay. What's a bitch?
This one is a genius. Oh yeah, this right here. She needs to be in the Joe Biden's administration because it seems like the only people he hires in his administration is people who can't do their damn job. So she'll fit right in there. Now, I want her to be over the education department. She's got some great tunes for her videos too. I think she got a video that calls what do they call it? A hood rap. And eating, you can just guess what they talk about now. I'm sure it's something very educational for the children. She is not a musician, even though she does music. See, this woman, she said, you're confused because it's ghetto to think, and she don't think. You know, get it straight now, get it straight.
We want to be there for those we love, even after we're gone. AARP Level Benefit Term Life from New York Life can help with up to $150,000 in coverage.
You know, one thing I have noticed over my lifetime is that, you know, especially on the internet, women have a big issue when they're rejected by men. I mean, it really bothers them. Case in point, this woman, she's going to shoot her shot at a guy. And the guy rejected her, but I want you to listen to how he rejected her. Let's roll it.
So, I decided to shoot my shot, and I asked a guy, and he was so nice about it too. I appreciated how honest he was about him being in a relationship, but I don't know, he was looking attractive, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot my shot as a woman. You never know until you actually go out there and do it, right? I'm sorry, it's just felt like someone was staring at me. was like, you're really handsome. Well, at first I told him, like, you're really handsome, right? Cool. And then I, like, ended up getting in my car because I was so nervous. And then I'm like, I had to literally talk myself into going back to talk to him. I got in the car and I'm like, because I didn't know, I felt like maybe if I engaged, he would, like, you know, like, eventually, like, just take the bait. But I went back and I seen him and I got enough courage and I was like, oh my gosh, like, would it be really weird if, like, I asked for your number? And then he was like, well, I'm actually talking to someone. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so honest. Like, 'cause I feel like some guys, like, he just seemed like the guy. You know, even his response is like, I would want to be with you because you just seem like a...
So we got one of our sisters here who's a great and smart sister. I want you ladies to hear exactly what she's saying, and please take heed of what this sister's saying. Let's go ahead and roll.
Want to get cut out quick? Talk to a man any kind of way. Cussing at him, insults, whether it's targeted at his ego or his manhood. Talking to him like he a child. You can't do that. Because if they ain't gonna let nobody out there in the streets talk to them like that, what make you think you can talk to them like that? Well, if he was a real man, if he was a good man, he wouldn't have me acting like that. No, you acting like that because you think as a woman you can do that. But a real man gonna show you quick. He ain't the one to play with.
Let me tell you about respect. Respect for men is a big thing. You know, men will fight another man behind his respect. Men will even take the life of another man behind disrespecting him. It's that serious for men with respect. That's just the way most men are hardwired. If someone could take your respect, disrespect you in a major way, then it lets everybody know that the whole world can do that to you. So that's why a lot of men are very serious about, you know, their respect. Now, you take it to in the area of women. If a woman does not respect you and she talks to you any kind of way, she's going to be, it won't be long before, you know, some other guy got her in a compromising position because she don't respect you. She going to do whatever with the money because she don't respect you. She going to say anything to you because she don't respect you. She going to hang around people that you don't like, women you don't like because she don't respect you. She going to go out and do things that you don't like because she don't respect you, right? So this is why as a man you can never be with a woman that don't respect you. Either you check that, and now you check her and she correct her path, okay, cool. But if you checked her and she's still on that, no, walk away. You do not deal with no woman, as she said. If this woman is cussing you out, calling you all kind of, you know, B words and all of that, oh no. That's just not gonna happen. Now, you can be cussing about something, but cussing you out as a man, no whatsoever. If you don't have trust or respect in a relationship, it's done. It's done. And men, we are very big about that respect deal with the women that we're dealing with. So she's right. If you don't want to be with a man, start disrespecting. Let's go ahead. If he got common sense, he'll leave. Now, you know, maybe some simple stay with you. But when you come along to a real man, he is not going to take disrespect not one day.
Right.
He can't take disrespect because he knows if he let you get away with it one time, you're going to do it again and again. It's going to build a pattern. So he got to either check you that one time, you do it again, he got to get ready to get rid of it.
Right.
It's just that simple. Thing is, you don't say everything that comes to your mouth. Some things you just need to keep to yourself. Woosah, and then when you can talk in a respectful manner, you do that. Because you got some ladies that want to just fly off the handle, but this is why men is important. They fly off the handle and be disrespectful, you tell them, look, that's your first and last time disrespecting me. I'm letting you know. The next word out your mouth, you disrespect me, you don't have to worry about nothing. You won't see me no more.
Right.
And you can go ahead on and be disrespectful all you want.
Right.
It's just that simple.
Right.
You gotta let them know that disrespect would not be tolerated.
That's true.
And the same thing, men should be disrespecting women also.
That's true.
I think respect goes both ways.
Right.
But yes, his sister was right. For sure. If you want to lose a man, especially a good man too, a real man, disrespect him.
I totally
Do this simple 20-second ritual.
agree with that message. Trust me, I've left women because of that. You know, stop talking to a woman, and that's just in the dating phase. They ain't got to the next phase. But yeah, that is so true. Don't take no crap off. Cause I'm kind of person that I was kind of nice and passive and shy in certain ways. But when she crossed that line, and I tolerate certain things, after that, I was gone. And she thought whatever she thinks she gonna roll and control me and dominate me because of my personality. I had her fooled. I left her alone. And just because like someone said, don't let the good looks fool you. Don't perceive something, because you never know what a person's gonna do. But that's how she found out. And I'll make more comments after this last video. This last video is hilarious.
Who's that queen? Wasn't with me last night. I never seen her in my life.
Look at my book. Look at my bag.
But I want to stay focused today because it's consciousness over cookies. It is consciousness over cookies. Do you understand? It is consciousness over cookies.
So, folks, we got a doozy of a clip coming up here with your favorite Dr. Umar Johnson, Pan-Africanist, the Prince of Pan-Africanism, if you will, who's supposed to be starting the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass School up there in Wilmington, Delaware. But in the meanwhile, he's just going around doing different lectures and things like that. And in this lecture right here, tends to get a little bit out of hand, guys. So I'm not going to hold you guys any further. Let's jump into this and see what's going on. Let's go.
See, we got this thing, brothers and sisters. And the white man knows you well because he's written books on you.
How many books?
They say the Negro. Who's that queen? Wasn't with me last night. I never seen her in my life.
Look at my book. Look at my bag.
Yes, I'm going to keep saying. I've never seen a sister a day in my life. Brothers and sisters, clap it up for the ancestors. Clap it up for the folks out there. Clap it up for Black Exit.
A little more messed up.
Yes. Yes. I want to. We're going to stay focused. We're going to stay focused. No weapons formed against us.
Lord have mercy. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
So that BBW there looked a little bit frustrated and upset, and the homie Dr. Umar Johnson denied her not once, not twice, but some people say thrice there. He said, I never seen you. This is like straight out of a movie. I don't know if he set this up or what, because it's just too funny how they just walked up there, and then the one in the front and the one behind, and she throws the pocket. Look at my pocketbook. Look at my purse. Look at my purse. You Oh, Papa's clapping them BBW cheeks. Queen, who's that queen? Yo, no stranger to controversy or whatever. Hey, Dr. Umar has had a colorful past, guys.
Should get that right.
He's been trying to get the school off the ground for, 12 years now, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But he's having some issues, but he's still very good orator, very good at speaking, and very good at conveying his points, excellent historian, and things like that. He's saying consciousness before the cookies and all this stuff like that.
But I want to stay focused today because it's consciousness over cookies. It is consciousness over cookies. Do you understand? It is consciousness over cookies. Believes that. Because if you believe that, I need to go and get my psychological assessment kit. If you believe that, I need to go and get my psychological assessment kit, and you need an intelligence test right now. I need to give you the Wechsler Adult Intelligence Scale. That's what I need to give you. Let's see what that IQ score looking like.
How much life insurance can I get without a medical exam? How does up to $150,000?
Rode up to Bogota, Colombia to show you guys what $100 would get you. First things first, I had to go to my Airbnb and drop off my bags. Once I got there, I looked at...
Hold on. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just really different analogy of Dr. Umar Johnson. You know, the first video was really sad what happened to that woman. She got beat up and got sexually assaulted. That was very, very sad. My view about that was very sad. And that's what happened. What happened, you know, when you get into that lifestyle. The other video, I guess that's that rapper. Oh my goodness, she kept on arguing saying, what the F is that and what do you think? Thinking it's ghetto and, you know, it's like, wow, you know. It's like, what is wrong with some of these people? You know, it's like, and it goes to show you some people you could take out the hood and some people put them in a different setting, but you can't take their mindset out the setting. And then you take them and show them something different, put money in their pocket and bring around different class of people, a different demographic of people, and they still talk like a fool. You know? Oh my goodness. And the one video about the breakup, yeah, that woman handled it pretty good. And what I want to make a comment about was the other video what Phil made about men not taking no crap. Yeah, I was one of the type of dudes that took some crap. Sometimes I feel like I was like a psychiatrist at the time. And I dated this one woman, a couple women like that. And basically I didn't put it with their crap because they thought I was one of the kind of dudes they could run over. And she thought wrong. I left her alone. Before it got to the point that it started getting deep and deep and deep. And at first it kind of shocked you, but you're kind of thankful because the more and more you invest in somebody, and that's the stepping stone. With a lot of people, when you get to know someone, that when you're establishing a friendship or relationship with somebody, what people don't realize is that sometimes you have to make a impression go both ways. But you got some people that have an ego problem that think that the world should go their way. And they find out differently. That not everybody's going to kiss your butt. Not everybody's going to tolerate your crap. And everybody every human being has a certain tolerance. Every human being has a certain thing. Every man, every woman. But you come across, whether you're a man or a woman, that somebody's trying to test you. Someone's trying to think that they take your kindness, your good-heartedness for weakness. And they don't think, they make a warped assumption of you. Like, you're not going to stand up to me, so I'm going to have to do what I'm going to do against you until, for whatever reason, what goes over in their mind. And then you see why it turns out to be abusive. It turns out to be domestic violence. You see all things. And there's some people that shouldn't have to go to that point. But it's weird how that that people can't have a mutual and loving and respectful to one another. That it has to take it to that degree. But it has to go in that manner. And so I've dated women like that in my past, and really it makes you kind of reluctant to go back into it. When you go through so much of that, it kind of make you reluctant going back into another relationship with somebody. And somebody said, you got a new girlfriend yet? You got a new person? My mom was like that. And I tell my mother, I say, I'm not in a rush because you got to find the right person that's really respectful of you, that's not going to run over you. And you have to really take your time. And this is what I encourage, because you got to watch who you bring into your life. And that's what I learned from my past. Everybody, no one wants to be lonely, whether you're man or woman, but at the same time, You don't have to take no one's crap. You know. And I'm at a point in my life, you know, at my age, I don't have much patience because I've been that nice guy for a good portion of my life. And you're not going to run over me. You're not going to just do what you're going to do, and I'm going to sit back and be submissive to it. I'm not that type of dude. Don't let the good looks fool you, because I can drop out of sight and never see you again. If you that kind of person, gonna get aggressive and gonna get too assertive, I just back off. Cause I ain't no person worth getting stress over, having anxiety. You know, sometimes you're gonna have disagreements. Sometimes you're gonna have, but if someone overstepped that boundary, you gotta cut them loose. And that's, as a man, I could say that. There's some women I had to cut loose because there's only so much I can tolerate. And good thing it was in the courting stage, because if it got serious to, you know, long-term girlfriend to lead the fiance stage, it's worse because like it hurt because now you're establishing a deeper connection with somebody. But if someone can't love and respect you, they don't need to be around you. And it's sad that in the first case with the first video with the woman that happened to, and there's a lot of women like that out there, and now a woman like that's going to emotionally need some help, mentally help, because that's some trauma. And whatever trauma that she went through before, if she ever decided to get into another relationship with someone that's good, she gonna have to, and it's gonna sound kind of preachy, but she need the Lord to deliver that from the trauma and the generational thing. So you have to really, and some people don't, and it's a sad thing, some people don't take time out and get away and get themselves healed before they go into another relationship. And then the baggage that they drag from the previous relationship, they bring over to their new relationship, and they wonder why they lose that person, because they never properly got healed and developed, because someone broke your trust, someone broke your heart, someone hurt your feelings. And from my experiences, hey, sometimes it's good to set yourself to a side until you get healed up and truly forgive and forget about that person. You know, some things you ain't gonna forget, but you should forgive, because if you don't forgive somebody, it's gonna haunt you. It's gonna drag you down. It will affect your next relationship. Any person I've dated and it didn't work out, whether it was on me or it was on them, didn't work out, we didn't click. But yeah, sometimes it's good to just move on. But anyway, but yeah, that situation with Umar, I mean, that should be a lesson in itself. And that he see how he talks to women, and see he ran across that woman at some point in time. But he makes it sound like he don't know. He probably met her at some point and ran some kind of game on her. And that goes a testament of his character. As how could he be if he a husband? How could he be a boyfriend? Because he's not really mentally set. He's sound when he's giving lectures and things, but you see that man's not mentally set right. You see that he's not set. You really listen to him and listen what he says. The other thing is, that one video with the one woman talking, that's sad. I mean, she asked her a specific question, and she kept on saying, "Oh, I ain't no musician. I'm a magician." I mean, she just, wow. Like, wow. Like, you don't really think about and have no, what they call it, cognitive skill, learn to listen and be so attentive. You have a lot of people like that. They only hear and in their own mind, and what environment they come from, they can't relate to the rest of an environment. They used to be around a certain demographic of people, speaking a demographic way, and then they carry out that demographic way, where some people that can relate to that can understand, but most people don't relate to that. That low-minded scratch, you know, I'm gonna get my stuff scratch, like that's just wow. You know, she has a lot of mentally growing up to do. You know, mentally, and it's too bad. And that woman got kids, and I pray for her kids, man. I mean, I really do. That, jeez. And that's what, you know, you got immature women like that raising children, and that's why it's not the children's fault. It's some people that you got children, as they said, children-minded people raising children, being self-centeredness. There's no sense of maturity, and if that's the case, then what is it I say? That's why you see some children be acting up, because probably with mothers like that, they're at home. That's another thing. But yeah, that really, the first video was really sad about that woman. Had to be sexually assaulted, being human trafficked from one point to another. But you have some women out there that got in some awful situation. But it goes to show you, you gotta watch it. Overall, what I take from these videos is like, watch who you get with. Watch them, and as a man, this is what you gotta observe when it comes to meeting women, because you don't know what type of background they come from. Watch how the way they express themselves, and you really do. And no matter what their body, what's on their body, it's the personality you got to live with. You can have the perfect one with the perfect face and body, but that's something you have to deal with. But you need someone to know the personality, because the personality is what sustain if you want a relationship and take it to the next level of someone giving this person children and them caring, and then you taking a hand in marriage. That if they're worthy enough, if they're mature enough, and so if anything, if you're a man watching this video, this is it goes to show you what type of different scenarios of women. You have some women that's been traumatized, like the first woman. You got some women that ain't on the second reading, they haven't healed. So this explains. You have your different phases of who you meet with, and you don't know what's down. And some women do not need to get into a relationship, because that's not. First of all, they need healing, especially going through like with the first video, some deep healing, and figure out what's going on, why you going this direction, and that's why you need the God in your life, the Most High God through His Son Jesus, because that's the only one that's going to be able to heal that. No one else can. Another person on this earth can't do that. So I hope this video kind of refreshing, but it goes to show you what's out there. And when you meet the person, guys, look at the character of the person. Look at the character of a person and get the backstory. All right then. So I hope this video will enlighten somebody. Yeah, be careful who you meet with, and even if it's a woman will hear this video, what kind of men you meet with, what his mental status is about. Does he have God in his life? Is he straight? And if you have a good man, if a woman come across this video, be glad of the good man you got, because there ain't too many good men are out there. Ain't too many men are tolerable. And the way we live in the society, the man has a choice. And if you see on my video, some men are either giving up or going overseas to another woman, or some men are going to objects because they don't want to deal with the personality of a woman in the West no more. And so it's like some men are that weak that they do that. So it's something to think about. And it may sound crazy, it might sound insane, but you never know. And then some people may go to alternative lifestyles. And it can happen to a woman too. So if you're a woman that watched this video, be glad. If you got a man in your life, be glad that maybe you might not see eye to eye on things, but look at it as positive things opposed to the negative things, and little things that can be worked out. Ain't nothing worth breaking up a relationship with and permanently demolishing it. But so be glad what you have, because ain't too many good people gonna come your way. You can live this whole life, and you can count how many on your fingers, how many people, how many chances you're gonna get. You meet a good, handsome princess if you're a woman, and if you're a man, you meet a lot of beautiful women. But it takes the character of a person. Sometimes it's worth the wait, and someone costs you a lot of headache, stress, and financial problems. That's another reason why some people wait. That's why some people don't hop into bed with everybody. Because once you hop into bed with them, you're connected to them. And whatever they're connected to, spiritually, internally. So, I hope that this video will kind of wake some people up. But yeah, I pray for that woman, the first woman. That's really sad. But with the other, I had to kind of lighten it up with the other videos. But some things you gotta have some humor to it, you know. All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Till next time, you gotta be blessed and guys, you take care. And men, remember the ones that come to listen to this video. Watch who you lay with, because if you get with somebody like that second video, you're gonna have some on your hands. All right then. So get your passport, travel, and hopefully you find someone over there to love you, and even if you go overseas, before this ends, make sure you ain't dealing with someone crazy and manipulating it over there. All right then. Take care. Be blessed.